Hello everyone, this is how to apply for things YouTube channel, and then today I will just be showing you how to apply for an appeal for a visa rejection. You applied for maybe a study visa or maybe a temporary residence visas, which are called TRVs, and then you want to do an appeal because maybe you've received a negative response and you just want to go along and apply for that appeal so that you're not in infringement or you overstay, and so you're only given 10 days to apply for your appeal. So we're going to go starting with searching for VFS Global South Africa. You're going to see here DHA Visa Information South Africa. We're going to click that link and we're going to say South Africa Visa and Permit Application Renewal. It's going to take us to this web page, just waiting for it to load. You're going to go to book an appointment here and you're going to say book now. Then you're going to click here again for book now, as we are using the new VFS website that is being used. Then you go in here, you type in your email address that you used when you signed up for your this new website. If you haven't signed up for this new website and you used the old website, you just go into sign up here and then you type your email address, you type your phone number, you say get OTP. The OTP, you're gonna get it on your email, not on your phone number, so please just be aware of that. But if you've already signed up, you just go here and you say, you type in your email, how to apply for things at gmail.com. Sorry, I tapped it wrong here. How to apply for things at gmail.com. You just say get OTP, then you will receive an email with your one-time login pin. For me here, then you sign in. From then on, when you sign in, these were just test applications I did for applying for a new visa. So now I'll show you how to apply for an appeal. Then you go here to start new booking. For some, we have collected it from their who applied on this new website. It will be, you see here the outcome that you collected would show here that you have collected it, that outcome collected. Then you say start new booking, you say yes. You're going to pick the visa facilitation office that you're most comfortable in going to, depending on the area you're located. I'm in Johannesburg, so I click Johannesburg. Those who want maybe to go to Pretoria, you can click Pretoria, or PE, Polokwane, Nelspruit, and all those other locations. Application type, you're going to click appeal. Then it's going to tell you the next available date. You're going to type in a passport number. I'm just typing in a dummy passport number, which is test 0001. Your date of birth, just typing a date of birth, a random date of birth, May there. Then it's going to ask you if your passport has changed. You only click yes if the passport that you applied with has probably expired and now you've got a new one. But let's say your old passport had the visa and when you were renewing, you did it with a new passport. Then here you would say your passport hasn't changed because that's the passport you applied with initially. If it has changed, you say yes, you put in your new passport number and the application subtype. If it hasn't changed, you say no. Then you go to application subtype. This is for TRV, which are temporary visas, like a study visa, visitor's visa, and all of those things. Then you go into TRV appeal, unless if you applied for a permanent residency and it got declined, then you would say PRP appeal. I'm just waiting for the website to load. It says for Johannesburg VAC, the earliest appointment is the 20th of May. Okay, I need to explain one more thing as well. Because an appeal, you're only given 10 days to do your appeal. So then they allow you to book for any date because you might not find a date within 10 days. So you can book even a date for June, but you can go the next day and submit your appeal, or any day before the 10 days is up. You're allowed to do that because they understand that you might not find a date within the 10-day window. So then here it's going to ask you, do you have a sticker number? For everyone who's received a rejection letter, you click yes, you have a sticker number. Look at the reference that is written at the top of your rejection. It's going to either say a TRA, those are the ones that had appealed before and they got a rejection again, then you're appealing again. You're only allowed to appeal twice. And then those who applied maybe transitioning from vets into UJ or high school into UJ, they have a change in conditions visa, which is called a TRC, temporary residence change in condition, which is a TRC. With that, then you click a TRC, you look at the three on your reference number. If it has a TRC, you click TRC. For those who are renewing, it'll be a TRR. You write that and you write the TRR here. Then this side, you just write the digits after that TRR. I don't have a rejection letter, so I can't do that. But what this is essentially doing is it's locating your application and also verifying that yes, indeed you got a rejection, and it's allowing you to proceed forward with an appeal. But if you don't have it, for now I'll just say no. For those maybe who don't have it, so your first appeal, if this is your first appeal, you're going to use appeal section 8.4. You should read on your rejection letter. It says probably your visa was denied and anything like that, section 8.3, right? So your next, when you're appealing, is section 8.4. But if you applied for an appeal and then now you're getting a second rejection, your second appeal is going to be section 8.6. That's what you're doing, because the first one, the 8.4, goes to someone higher in the adjudication process, and then 8.6 goes to the minister, where he relooks everything as well. So for now, we'll just say 8.4 for those who are first time appealing. Those who are doing a second appeal, it's going to be 8.6. Then it's going to ask you date of first entry into South Africa. This is the date you first came into South Africa using a visa. So it could be 2021, February the 3rd. If you do not remember the exact date, at least remember the year and the month. You can just pick the first of that month, because they will just check it on the system in the immigration side. Whether what you entered is true, you might not know the date, but at least you know the year and the month. Then we're going to say, as you can see, there is no previous application found for the entered details. We unfortunately cannot process your appeal on this platform. They did this because for some reason, some people would apply for an appeal when they didn't have an appeal. So they've done that to prevent people from applying for an appeal in that manner. I'll just post the video so I can get maybe some details from a previous appeal on my side, which I'll just blur it out so you won't see that. I'll just pause and then you see me on the second step. Then from here, as I have entered the details from a previous application, then you write your surname, gender, you choose your gender, date of birth, your country of origin, I'll just say Brazil, passport number, test 0001, passport expiry. Please just have your passport in tow so that you can see your passport's expiry. Summer 2030, just say the 8th of May. Present nationality, I'd say Brazil there. 4 names. Then you write your residential address. So as you can see there, 56 Moon Drive on Earth. Then this is just your normal details. You should be fine just entering these details. And then from there, it's going to ask you for your number. You're going to just enter telephone number. You can enter your telephone number if you have a telephone number, but if you want, if you don't have, just type in your cell phone number twice, which for this instance, I'll just use a random number. Hopefully no one owns the number. Similar here, I'll just copy and paste it, as you can see. And then email address, how to apply things at gmail.com. Date you received the rejection, it's going to ask you, so it knows the 10-day window. So I can say I collected it today, which is the 18th of May. Then you go there, save and continue. It's going to ask you for the reason for appeal. You're going to click others, unless if you were declined because of no police clearance. But if you applied in South Africa, most likely you already paid for the police clearance and you won't be receiving police clearance rejection. So you write others. It does not want you to write a paragraph of why, the reasons why you failed to apply. You just need to write a short summary, not more than 5 words. So normally I advise people to just write unforeseen circumstances. That's if you got a 60-day rejection where it says you failed to apply for the visa in 60 days. If it says that you failed to apply because you have no medical aid, you say medical aid not attached. Or if you did in fact attach it, just say medical aid rejection. Then you can write that. So we'll leave it at medical aid rejection. For those who fail to comply with the 60-day rule, you just say unforeseen circumstances. Then you will explain the unforeseen circumstances. I'll tell you all the documents required. Then from here, you say save and continue. From there, then you go to whether you want the SMS fee or the premium lounge. It's up to you, but I would suggest not paying for the premium lounge, as appeals have their own sort of, I won't say separate line, but it's a quick and easy in and out. You don't need the premium lounge for that, unless if you really do. Then you go to save and continue. This is now where you accept the payments, and then you pay. It's 1,550. If you picked the SMS, then it'll be 1,590. Then you can go here and say select payment. Then you can click online. Please do not click pay at bank, and it takes 3 to 5 business days for the money to clear. So try to do it online as much as you can. So that's the application process. So then from there is when you get to download the VAF form, which is essentially what you just filled in here, and all of these things that you just filled in, whether your eligibility criteria, personal details, contact details, reason for the appeal, VAF service, and all of that. So after you've paid, you then book an appointment. You will get an appointment letter on your email, the ones that you entered. So you need to print that out, as that is what you use to enter the door. Yes, remember that I said you can pick any date. They will let you through if you tell them that you're here for an appeal and you couldn't find a date that is within the 10-day window. You can do that. You need to print the receipt. Immediately after you pay, you receive an email that says receipt of payment. Print the PDF that is attached, not the screenshot that you see there, the PDF, please. Then after that, with those 2 documents that you've printed out, the VAF, the appointment letter and the receipt, then after you're done with this here, you will see something where it says download VAF form. You're going to download that form and you're going to print it out. There are sections there that you just need to sign and then date it out. You do it at the facility there. You download the checklist as well. That is the documents that are required for you to submit that appeal. There is also a place there where you sign and everything. Please do not tick anything on that checklist, as it is done by the officers there at the VFS office. Okay, then from there you then, after you've downloaded those two forms, you're going to print them out as they are required. So now I'm going to list out the documents that are required for your visa appeal. So one is a copy of the passport that you used when you applying. Just a copy, you do not need to certify it, but go with the original on the day of your application. So you need a copy of your passport, a copy of the previous visa that you were trying to renew. Even if you did second, as this is your second appeal, you're going to have a copy of the visa that you were trying to renew at that given time. You're also going to have a copy of the receipt of that appeal as well. All right, then from there they need a copy of your rejection. Please do not give them the original. You give them a copy of the rejection, because when you're traveling and you need to exit the country, maybe going back home, they would want your passport, an appeal receipt, and that rejection you got at the first time to show that yes, I did apply, I got a rejection, and I appealed. They'll want to see the original, not the copy. So please do not give them the original. Make a copy and give them a copy as well. All right, then from there, those are only copy documents that are needed. From there, you need a motivational letter. This is a letter that you write yourself, stating the reasons why you applied, whether it was you didn't adhere to the 60-day rule, or the medical aid was not attached but it was. So you are explaining your case to the VFS office. Please do not make that motivational letter more than 1 page. Sometimes they do not read. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them would not read more than a page. Or if it's really an extenuating circumstance and it cannot be written under 1 page, you can go forth and write 2 pages at maximum. So you're going to be explaining yourself, telling them that no, I did not apply during the 60 days because I was waiting for my final admission, as I did not get a provisional during the year, and my admission only came in on the 2nd of December. And then from there, after the motivational, you're supposed to give them any supporting documents that support your claim inside in the motivational letter. That's where you are going to be saying, okay, in the motivational letter, I've also attached proof of what I was saying. You attach your admission letter dated to December to show them that I only received it at this time. Or if you're in hospital, you explain I was in hospital, then you put your hospital records, doctor notes, and all of those things. And then that, for those who maybe don't have any reason why they applied in the 60-day rule, I'm not sure what you would have to write, but it should be compelling enough to make the officer rethink their decision on that rejection. For those maybe who didn't, the medical aid was not attached and anything, then I would then suggest that you say no, it was attached, maybe verifications and that, and now I'm attaching it again to show that I have medical aid for the preceding year or anything like that. And then those are all the documents that you need for a visa appeal. You would then go on that specific date with all these documents and submit it to the VFS office. Then they'll give you a visa appeal receipt. Then now you just need to wait for an outcome of that appeal, where they will tell you what they have decided from everything that you have given them, and then they will decide whether they reinstate your visa or maybe give you another rejection. If you already received one rejection and you received the second one, then you're given 10 days, sorry, not 10 years, 10 days to leave the country. You then go back to your home country and reapply for a visa back in your home country. If you are a student and this has happened to you, I would kindly advise you to head to your faculty or the offices at your university, and then ask your faculty if they can give you permission to leave and go back home. Explain the situation to them. Some faculties and some universities allow that, where they say, okay, we're going to allow you maybe 3 months to go back home, apply for a visa, and hopefully it's out within 3 months, and then you come back and resume class like nothing happened. Okay, thank you for watching my video on how to apply for an appeal. in the comment section, please just write what questions you might have. I'll answer to them, and what video you would like me to post next time, whether it's be applying for anything else, applying at university, applying for a PR, or anything in that manner. Thank you very much. Have a great day.